And when it comes to just gaming performance, when it comes to just the fidelity, it is amazing. Like this is the pinnacle of what a display should be. And of course, because we have that high refresh rate right here, you can be able to see just how nice it is that I'm able to go. And it's got FreeSync, it's got all of the comfort and quality settings you would want in a monitor. And almost everyone who has tried the Legion Go 2 here has complimented the big OLED display. And best friend, I think they're going to love this big, beautiful OLED display as well. And this monitor I have right here is the Legion Pro 32UD-10, which Lenovo has graciously sent over, though they do not get to tell me what to say or what to do. And in case you are wondering, this box is quite big and heavy. It's about 28 kgs. So if you're going to be shipping it or you're going to be buying it somewhere online, that's something to take note of. Now, on the bottom left here, we can see some of the specifications, such as it's 31.5, which is weird. I always thought it's like just 32 inches, which is a standard size. It's OLED. I cannot wait for that OLED. 4K, very fast response time, up to 240 hertz refresh rate, and Type-C, as well as all of the Dolby Vision and HDR. Now, of course, it's also Visa certified, and it has AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, so that is nice for all of the features here. But enough gobbledygook. I just want to get into this box. Just gonna remove this here, and of course, we get some other instructions here, which you can pause to read. Opening it right here, and I see quite a few things here. And interestingly, I find that there's actually a calibration report from the factory for this display, which is great, which means that you'll be able to use this for color accurate use cases, such as editing photos and videos, which I'll be doing and I'm excited about. Now, the first cable I see here is a USB-C to USB-C cable, which is 240 watts and 20 gigabits per second. This is a really good cable. And the next cable here is a DisplayPort to DisplayPort cable. And we get some screws here as well, a limited warranty pamphlet right here, and lastly, a guide on how to put the monitor together. Next here, the base of the monitor. It looks very, very high tech. And the next is going to be the spine, which I think goes to the back of the monitor and adapts into that VESA mount there at the back. And then I also find the adapter cable right here. Finally, we have the monitor itself. And the first thing I can already tell you is that this feels so slim, and I'm kind of scared not to break it. So I'm just going to be really, really careful here. And I'm pulling it out. Wow, this thing is really, really thin. I'm not sure if you can see it, so I'm just going to put it by the side for the front angle right here. You can see that is really thin. Of course, it does have like this fat back here, and this is where the stand goes into, which we'll put together in a little bit. But let me just put it on its back so we can see some of the ports on the back here. Of course, we now have the power port here. We have a power button. We have a switcher button, and I believe this is a gaming mode switch right here, and a 4-way toggle. I believe this will be for selecting things within the user interface. And here we have a couple of ports, which is nice to see. We have 2 HDMI ports. We have that display port right here. We have the USB-C, which supports like really fast USB-C. We have 3 regular USB ports right there, which is great to see. And of course, when I flip it to the back, which you can see this, how it's going to look upside down. I also noticed that here on the front here is probably where the light, the LED lights to indicate if the monitor is on or not, is probably going to turn on. Oh, look at that. Oh, that sounds so good, and it looks so good. And yes, I cannot wait to put this baby together. And after putting it together, you can see this looks like really, really sleek. And what I like about it is you can actually tilt it like that. You can tilt it up, you can tilt it down like this. And it's also got the ability for you to go all the way down like this, almost touching the base. In fact, I think it's touching the base right there, and also move it up. And it uses that mechanism by the side right here. So you just like, you know, you can just use literally one finger to just lift it up like that. And I think it doesn't really take a lot, and it feels sturdy on the table. So
it doesn't feel like it's very fragile. So I don't think I'm holding this and thinking, oh, it's gonna break if I look at it wrong, right? So it definitely feels very sturdy. Another thing I also like is that in front here, it seems to be like a phone holder. So if you fancy, you can actually just, I think, put your phone up in front here and boom, you can actually use it as a phone stand in the front here, which I think is cool. I missed it in all of the product shots, but it's actually there. All right, so I have plugged the monitor in. I think I'm now going to go to the back and press on the power button, which should turn on, I believe. I'm not sure, but I have the Legion Go 2 with me because what other device would I plug into it first, right? So I'm just going to plug in the cable here and hopefully that enables it to turn on. I'm not sure, this is my first time, so let's see what happens. And after I've plugged that cable, I cannot hear any sound, so I'm just gonna press on the power button again. Okay, sadly, after setting everything up, I was so excited to turn it on, but I've plugged in the cable right now and it's not turning on. I've changed so many cables. I've tried to plug it at different plug points in my house here, but nothing, it's not turning on. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. It's about almost 1 a.m. in the morning right now, which is kind of sad. I was really excited, you know, to test out my Legion Go 2 with this, and I'd even tried plugging it and everything, but sadly, I think I would have to end here. All right, so we got a replacement, and a huge shout out to Lenovo and the Archetype team here in Malaysia because they got this to me in like a day. So let me see if this one is going to work and let's get back into it. I'm so excited. Oh my God. I just want this monitor, man. And something I actually didn't get the first time I unboxed this is a HDMI to HDMI cable. And this tiny light here should turn on if it's working even before I even press it or even touch anything, because on the previous unit that does not turn on, so that did not work. I have an extension cable here, and is the light on? Yes. Ah, my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. You have no idea how good it is to see. Oh, I need a moment. Oh my God. Oh. Yes, get in there, son. Get in. Look at that. Oh my God. I'm so happy. Yes. Yes. Get in there. So yes, it does work. I'm so excited to have this working now. Let me just quickly turn on my Legion Go 2 because it seems befitting that we would have the Legion Go 2 here plugged externally. So I'm just gonna plug it in here. So I'm gonna plug that into my Legion Go 2 right here. And hopefully it should turn on. Hopefully it should connect. Something should happen. Get in. Look at that. Look at that. Get in there, son. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh my God, like, look at that. And of course, the game I'm going to play is Guardian of the Galaxy because this game looks so good. Oof, look at that HDR. It blows my mind every time I see HDR, man. Look at that. So I'm currently at 35 FPS now, but it doesn't feel like 35 FPS, you know? Again, because this has VRR. Oh my God. Yeah, look at that. Look at that bulb there. Like that lamp by the side there. That looks so good. Looking at it, one of my first impressions, and it looks really good. Like, oh my God, this is OLED. But as the geek that I am, this is Geekception at the end of the day. I just want to check out the menus, man. So I'm just going to find it there, and it's that tiny joystick at the back. And I see a few options here, such as game settings, screen settings, color settings, which I cannot change for some reason, port settings, menu settings, OLED care, which I'm familiar with OLED care from the Legion Go. So let me go into game settings, and oop, that takes it back. So in game settings, I can turn on AMD and FreeSync and refresh number as well, modifier. Screen settings, you can turn on HDR or turn off HDR, okay? HDR game, let me turn on the 400, yes, change, okay. Dolby Vision, you can turn that on or off, dark boost as well. And yeah, so these are some of just the options here. Here under OLED care, which is what you should care about because this is an OLED display. There are different kind of settings here for you to be able to, you know, protect this here. All right, if I continue doing this, I'm gonna play all night. So I'm just gonna stop here. I am going to go to bed because it's like almost, literally, it's almost 4:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm so excited that this worked. And
after about 2 months of using this monitor, it took me a little while longer to get to it. But the first thing I definitely notice, especially when I'm just doing my work, is how I've benefited from the 240 hertz. Now, before I got this monitor, will I think that this is a gimmick? Yes. After I've gotten this monitor, can I notice the difference between 240 hertz and even sometimes 140 hertz? Absolutely yes. It makes so much difference, and of course you cannot see it on YouTube right now, but this is insanely smooth. And if you pair it up with something like my Mac Studio, which I have there because this is on macOS, I'm currently editing literally this current video right now, and it makes so much difference in just being able to see stuff much faster. The interface feels fluid, and yes, I'm a believer now. I was a doubter when it comes to the 240 hertz here, especially when it comes to the OLED. Now, because of just the way Mac scales the interface here, I've had to drop this to about 1440p, so I get the best kind of text crispness on this monitor. But I can definitely tell you that it is really, really, really crisp, and literally, like, this monitor is great. HDR has been a hit or miss for me, not because it's bad, especially on macOS, so this is macOS specific, but because I do a lot of color dependent work, like color grading my videos and everything, so I don't really turn on HDR mode on my Mac right here. But if you have a Mac and you don't do any color work or anything, I would just suggest you turn that on. If you do turn that on though, it is very important for you to know that you also have to go and make sure you select the proper color settings right here in the OSD, because you have to select DCI-P 3. I did not find this information anywhere. And when you select DCI-P 3, you come here and you select sRGB if you're doing more color accurate work in your macOS settings. So this one, I did not find it anywhere. It was through trial and error I was able to find this out. So hopefully my loss is your gain. And this is for macOS right here. I did notice that I had to turn on dark mode though, because this is an OLED display and it doesn't really get bright, or at least for regular work. If everything were just widescreen, I found that it didn't really do well. So because of that, I've had to turn on dark mode. Now, I do not like dark mode. I use white mode on everything. And even if I go into like my knowledge management software here, I still keep it in white mode. This is my last front of protests right here. But every other thing, even my YouTube, my web browsers, my Finder windows, everything is on dark mode, and you will need dark mode here on this kind of monitor, especially because of that OLED. And now I'll switch into Windows, which is connected to my Legion Go 2 right here. And I also have the Razer Core X V2 eGPU, and everything is all connected here. And I have Star Wars here. And I can definitely tell you that this is such a visual treat. Like looking at how this looks here. And let me just yes, do that. And yes, I'm currently playing this now in 4K, full quality settings and everything. And look at that. It looks absolutely stunning. Now, of course, you can't see the HDR because this doesn't have HDR, but look at that. It looks so good. Like, it looks amazing. Like, I cannot describe it. So gaming definitely is such a treat. And every single time when I come here, I just I'm mind blown. I'm speechless. I'm waffling because I cannot describe how nice this is. Oh my God. Like, it's so good. It is so good. So yeah, when it comes to Windows and when it comes to just gaming performance, when it comes to just the fidelity, it is amazing. Like this is the pinnacle of what a display should be. And of course, because we have that high refresh rate right here, you can be able to see just how nice it is that I'm able to go. And it's got FreeSync. It's got all of the comfort and quality settings you would want in a monitor. And if you're on the fence about it because of the quality, there is nothing to be scared about. This is such an amazing display, especially for the price, and I cannot tell you enough how this is so worth it. Like, I sit down here at my desk and I am thankful to the universe for bringing me to where I have gotten to this stage where I can experience it. That's how good this is. So yes, when it comes to just the visual fidelity in gaming, I'm speechless. It's amazing. And then wrapping up this video, there is not much I can complain about when it comes to this Legion Pro monitor. I really like it. It's sleek, it's beautiful. Sure, it has taken some getting used to for like the OLED warning. So every 6 hours you get like this warning to refresh the display, because this is an OLED monitor, you need to prolong the life. So I find myself on days where I'm working for much longer, I have to wait for about 5 to sometimes 7 minutes for it to refresh. So I think that's the time I would go, pee, I'll go get water, I'll just walk around a little bit just so that I give the monitor its R&R, right? I think that's the only hiccup, well, not hiccup, but something it's taking getting used to for me on a user level. Of course, I already spoke about the luminance. It's not the brightest, especially when you're viewing SDR, so just standard display, not HDR content. And also when it comes to just the way I power it on, because sometimes I feel like I want to just have it in standby, but the standby sometimes also takes a bit too long, and the Dolby Vision is great, but also sometimes in some games, because it wants to load or use Dolby Vision, it takes a bit longer. So there are a little bit more quirks there that you would need to consider, but they are not like bad things. They're just like a different thing that you need to do or you need to be aware of. But outside of that, this has already been a long enough video, and it's taking so long because I got the monitor, it went bad, I had to do it again. I had like tons of projects come in that I had to do. I fell sick again. So, but we are here, you are here, most importantly, and I appreciate you making it all the way here to the end of the video. Please make sure you give a like if you like this video. And for me, I make these videos for someone who actually wants to buy the device, and I try to include as much information that I would be looking for if I were looking to buy this as well. So hope you've been able to get those information. If you have more questions, please leave them down there in the comments. I'll be more than happy to get to them. Another shout out to Lenovo Malaysia, Archetype. You guys are a rock for getting me this. And this is actually, fun fact, my original unit that did not turn on. So they actually did repair it and send it back. And that's great. So it's working. If you wanted to find out if Lenovo actually works, they work. It's working now. So I'm very happy at that. And I'll catch you in the next one. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm your captain of awesome. This is Geekception. Make sure you text me when you get home so I know you got home safe, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye. And thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. As you can hear from my voice, I'm just recovering. I've been very sick the past couple of days, but hopefully I'm getting back into making videos, especially ones like about this that I really like. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully much better than I have been the past couple of days. What are some of the things you're excited about? For me, it is this Razer Core X external GPU setup that I have here to be able to finally game on the big screen at the maximum settings. We have prayed for days like this, and now our prayers have been answered. So please share some of the things you're excited about, and I will so go check them out. All right, please take care of yourself. Health is wealth, and you never realize that until when you're like extremely sick and you're like, shit, yeah, I took this for granted. Anyway, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, bye.